It's finally here. This video has been requested since the very first time that I uploaded a Fastest Verses video, and after looking all through the internet just to make sure there weren't some really underground verses that I missed out on, I think I'm finally confident enough to make this list. And that, of course, is a list for the speed rapping legend that is Busta Rhymes. As always, every verse is counted in syllables per second over a period of 10 seconds because anyone can rap fast for 1 or 2 seconds, and consistency is important to me. So with all that being said, guys, this is CDTVProductions. You can, of course, follow me on Instagram under that name at CDTVProductions, and subscribe to my second channel, CDTV the G, where I do music reactions. And let's get right into this video of the 10 fastest Busta Rhymes verses of all time. And we're gonna kick off our list with 2 honourable mentions, with the first one being the Bottoms Up remix, verse 1, where he hits 9 syllables per second.
Get 'em! Now look, everybody know that when I step up in the building and I'm doing what I'm doing, I'll be crowding up the block, coming up and killing them, and fucking up the building, get it to the bar, buy a couple bottles of Ciroc, bottles of the Tron, bottles of the Grand Marnier, couple bottles of the Yak, bottles of the Rose, throw another couple shots back.
And we kick off our list with a quick honourable mention for one of Busta's great guest verses. As you can tell, this wasn't fast enough to make the top 10, but I definitely thought I should acknowledge it, hence why it's included here. And at number 11, for our second honourable mention, we have the Welcome to My Hood remix, where he hits 9 syllables per second, and that is on verse 3.
Everybody know what happened when you see me coming. I'll be hurdling and got you regurgitating and murdering everything. Gunshot! Y'all know what it is. I'm coming to get it and nothing can block it. I'm running the hood, nigga, nothing can top it. You can Google it, you can search it, how a nigga coming and lock it, impossible for you to stop it.
And we already have another remix here that was also the same speed as the last one. And again, I just feel like this had to be acknowledged, so here it is. Now, kicking off the top 10, at number 10, we have Is They Welding With Us and Getting Rowdy With Us, verse 2, where he hits 9.3 syllables per second.
Generate the heat, the plate for the when I break, shit I drop, create an earthquake. Yo, anyway, we still double man, figure to get bigger and be the next super pound nigga. All over the track with a kick in your back and I'm making you black, and you ain't fucking with that. Over niggas is whack, we gonna deal with the fact, we never back, getting money with my name on the plaque, then I'm about to blow the spot.
Now, from what I've heard, Extinction Level Event was really the album where Busta Rhymes started to showcase his speed rapping on quite a few tracks. This is a great example of this, and I was thinking it would be at least 9.7 syllables per second, somewhere around that range, but it was just a bit less. Still, one of my favourite verses from him, and the combination of Busta and Mystical is, it's wonderful. And at our 9th spot, we have the All I Do Is Win remix, verse 3, where he hits 9.4 syllables per second.
Yo, every time I come, I gotta know a nigga come to get a lot of money when I'm in the building and I come to say there ain't no motherfucking body. Better. Okay. Niggas know I got it when I hit you with the pitter patter. Whenever they see me, then you hear a lot of chitter chatter. Niggas know there ain't nobody better.
Another remix here on our list, and this one qualifies as a remix that I think is better than the original version. A topic which I actually made a whole video on, a video which included this song. It's just pretty great, minus Khaled's verse in my opinion, and Busta Rhymes comes with a mind-blowing verse. A weird thing that I've noticed though is that a lot of his fast verses start in the same way usually, either with him saying every time or everybody. Just thought I'd point that out, it's something very interesting. He commonly starts fast verses by saying either one of those 2 words. And at number 8th, we have Bottles and Rocking J's verse 1, where he hits 9.5 syllables per second at the fastest part.
With another verse. Everybody see the way I be going and going how I do it. Niggas don't even be knowing, but then again, yes, they do be knowing how I be banging. And every sheet of me giving you all the heat and be backing and every showing off. With all this money, you know where I'm heading, and I'm gonna get the Jordans, the patent leather 11s. They really banging all.
Now, I think what makes this verse so fun is just how casual Busta sounds on it. He makes it sound like rapping fast is no challenge to him whatsoever, and I mean, honestly, at this point, it probably isn't. I also love how Busta ad-libs his verse by sounding like he's amazed at the speed rapping he just did. He does that on a few songs, and it's just pretty funny to hear. And at our 7th spot, we have Jumanji verse 3 by Joyner Lucas, where Busta hits 9.7 syllables per second.
Get up! Get your ass stopping, it's a turn into a fucking rhinoceros and put a dick inside of you and stop against some proper shit and mopping up a nigga cocking up a cock. Put a bunch of niggas down and open like I put the biggest cock up all up in your mama. I'm a nigga got a lot of dollar that gon' make you disappear like.
The combination of Busta Rhymes and my dad, Joyner Lucas, was an interesting combo, and it's clear that Busta really wanted to work with Joyner after how he reacted to Joyner's song Ross Capiccioni.
I knew about that situation, but seeing that was crazy.
Oh, you heard about that? Not including the time it took him to get viral ASAP. Was there like 13 mil on that one?
Like, I'm amazed in a way that I can't even.
That's dope, man.
I can't even put it in words.
So, naturally, they would work together on a speed rapping track. It's over a pretty minimalistic but up-tempo beat that gives both rappers a great opportunity to show their talents, and that they do. And at number 6, we have Worldwide Chopper's verse 7, where he hits 9.7 syllables per second.
Diminish him and then I'll hit him and give him a minimum. Keeping it coming and killing him. Then he gotta be drilling him. Nigga, they gotta be feeling him. Spitting lithium, see the way a nigga be spilling them and getting them stupid to the point where there's no forgiving them. Hoping you're listening and you're paying attention and you're witnessing the way that I be christening the mic and getting in this.
I mean, this one was just obvious. For every rapper on this song that I've done a Fastest Verses video on, those being Twista, Twisted Insane, Tech9 himself, and now Busta Rhymes, they have had their verse from this song in their top 10 fastest. This is just the apex of Chopper songs. It makes sense that on a song with around 8 other incredibly speedy rappers, you'd want to push yourself to have the fastest one, and Busta puts in a brilliant effort here. And at number 5, we have his classic verse, verse 3 on Look At Me Now, where he hits 9.9 syllables per second.
You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come a nigga gotta set it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow, and then I gotta shut it. Any little thing a nigga think that he be doing, cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna dead it. Then I'm gonna murder everything and anything about a boom, about a bing. I gotta do a lot of things to make it clearer to a couple niggas that I always win.
I have no doubt that everyone watching this expected this to be on here. It's the fast verse from Busta Rhymes that pretty much everyone knows about. I think almost everyone that has listened to it wants to learn the verse so they can rap along, and it really was one of the landmark speed rapping songs. Chris Brown also raps on here, and that's kind of fast as well, which was cool. And Lil Wayne has a good verse that is also faster than normal for him, we'll say. But yeah, Busta's speed rapping really was the highlight. He just sounds so fluid. Brilliant song overall. And at number 4, we have his Ham Freestyle verse 1, where he hits 10 syllables per second.
Really think it's more lyrical, cause every time I go somebody gotta see the medical, and every time I come I'm eating everything is edible, and if you ain't already know then who be more incredible. They wanna call me crazy like I'm borderline cynical, cause how I do it and I kill them and I get them credible and magically do it like this was another miracle, and if you don't like it then you
This song is just over 1 minute long, but that 1 minute is filled with a ridiculous amount of words. This, of course, is a remix of the song Ham by Jason Zed and Kane East, which means Busta is gonna go in. I think he's brought some of his strongest verses on remix tracks, and it makes sense because if you're rapping over a beat that someone has already rapped over, you want to prove your worth on that instrumental. Needless to say, Busta was definitely worthy of this beat. And for our third spot in this list, we have Can You Keep Up verse 2, where he again hits 10 syllables per second.
every murder in the structure. Every time I hit you nigga with another Jimmy, then I'm like, and I be sounding like a nigga full of anger. Now I'm back to beat you in the head and bring another banger when my nigga twist. Everything we do, we up the ranger. You don't really wanna see the way I come in and I give it till you get up on it till a nigga numb. Do it how I wanna do it till I make another nigga drop.
When Twista and Busta Rhymes are on a track, it's bound to be a contest of who can chop the fastest. Unless we're talking about the song Billionaire, but I'd rather just forget that song in all honesty. What we get here is just that, a battle of who can rap the fastest, and by the speeds I've calculated, Busta was 0.8 syllables per second faster on this track than Twista. Either way, they both put their all into this track, and it's just a whirlwind from start to finish. The real highlight for me is at the end of the song, where Busta and Twista trade bars, using the same flow as the other did. I'd really want to hear more of these two together. Again, unless it's the song Billionaire. And for the second fastest Busta Rhymes verse, we have Why Stop Now, verse 1, where for the third time in a row, he hits 10 syllables per second.
Everything. Now, every single time I get up in the building and I touch it and I get it popping, you can never stop it. And I love it, I'm bugging and they wondering how a nigga does it when I'm black at every hood and every street and I'm flooding. Making every DJ wanna bring it back and then they rubbing, making other niggas stopping, ain't no food up in the cover. See the way I got them skidding, now I got a nigga running from them. This
one fell short of the number 1 spot by such a slight margin, but still comes in at a very impressive speed. It seems that for some reason, whenever Busta collaborates with Chris Brown, he brings out some quick flows, and that is what he does here. I will admit, the beat very slightly annoys me with that buzzing synth that plays throughout it, but I focus a lot more on Busta's words and flow here than the instrumental. He also finishes the verse by being very aware that people will want to try and cover this verse. He says that he wants to see people try and rap the fast parts on YouTube, and I'm sure more people responded to that than he expected. In fact, so many people wanted to rap along with the verse that Busta Rhymes set up a whole competition based around rapping this verse. And number 1 and the fastest Busta Rhymes verse, we have his verse on 60 Second Assassins, verse 1, where he hits 10.1 syllables per second.
When I come and I hop and I skip and I rhyme and I dumb and I drop and I spit and I shine, hey, nigga, what you really wanna do? You ain't know that I'm coming to take what's mine. Every time I come and hit you with a little bit of killer, better know that you can never see me, little nigga, while I'm at the top. I will never stop when a nigga pop. See the way I run it and leave a nigga better.
Just beating the previous song on here by 0.1 syllables per second, we have this incredible verse. This is a song that I absolutely love. It's just fast rapping with nice lyricism from the second the song starts to the second it ends. The track also features Twista, Lazy Bone, and Jaz-O, who was Jay-Z's mentor, and Busta set the bar high by having the opening verse. I think breakneck is probably a pretty nice and fitting adjective to use to describe the pace on this verse by Busta. Not to mention, if you're looking for another song which contains verses from both Busta and Twista, this is a great one to go to. So here we have it, 60 Second Assassins is the fastest verse that Busta Rhymes has laid down at 10.1 syllables per second. Well, that is going to be it for the video today, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this one. This has been one that, like I said at the start, has been requested for a very long time, and I'm happy to finally get around to it. Like I said at the beginning, I would really appreciate if you guys could check out my second channel, CDTV, where I do music reactions. We just hit 5,000 subscribers on that. It's just growing so fast, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. I mean, it was kind of stressful to think about how to balance both channels at first, but I think I've really got the hang of it now, and it's going to be really fun going forward. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I will hopefully see you all in the next one. Got a worse rappers in the game coming very, very soon, and I know most of you guys love that, so yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I'll see you all then. This is your boy, the big boy, the biggest boy, CDTVProductions, signing out. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. The 3 things that make me very happy inside. Very happy indeed. Bye-bye.